Hello students, welcome back to presentation which is continued part of analgesic antipyretic. In last two videos, we have discussed about the general terminologies, pathophysiology, classification, mechanism of action of NSAIDs and detail about the class salicylate. In this video, we are going to discuss about the next another classes of NSAIDs, that is para-aminophenol derivative, anthranilic acid derivative, pyrazolone derivative, indolacetic acid derivative, propionic acid derivative, oxycam derivatives, etc. So let us discuss one by one. Para-aminophenol derivative. Example from this class is phenacetin, paracetamol, and acetanilide. The commonly used drug is paracetamol. Acetanilide and phenacetin are no longer used in the therapeutics nowadays. Paracetamol is also known by the name acetoaminophene, and its a famous brand are Crocin, Calpol. Paracetamol is a potent antipyretic and is equianalgesic with aspirin in therapeutic doses, but it is a divide, that is a lack of significant anti-inflammatory effect. Compared to salicylate, it does not produce gastrointestinal irritation, acid-base imbalance, electrolyte disturbances, and nor does affect on the blood clotting mechanism. Hence, it is preferred to aspirin as an analgesic antipyretic for routine use and for treating osteoarthritis pain. ADME, that is pharmacokinetic properties. Paracetamol is rapidly absorbed on oral administration. Peak plasma level are reached within the half and to 1 hour. It is metabolized in the liver, and the metabolites are excreted in the urine as a conjugation product of a glucuronic acid and sulfuric acid. The ability of infant liver for glucuronidation of paracetamol is poor, and this may result the toxicity of the drug in neonates. Adverse effect. At recommended therapeutic dose, that is between 500 to 1000 milligram in healthy individual, paracetamol is usually well tolerated, means does not show any serious kind of a side effect, but it shows the hepatotoxicity at the larger dose, that is in between the dose 7 to 10 gram. It produces extensive hepatocellular damage, and also at higher dose it shows the renal toxicity, that is renal tubular necrosis. With both this hepatotoxicity and renal toxicity is a major problem in the paracetamol poisoning. Also, paracetamol shows the neutropenia, means decrease the sodium neutrophils, whereas thrombocytopenia decrease the level of a platelets below the normal. It also shows the anemia due to the hemolysis and may produce the methemoglobinemia. Methemoglobin is the abnormal form of hemoglobin. Paracetamol is available in form of tablet, injection, syrup, and drops. Drops are preferred in the infants, whereas syrups are preferred in the children's. Paracetamol 500 mg tablets are available, and therapeutic dose is the 250 to 500 milligram 2 times a day or 3 times in a day, as its duration of action ranges between 6 to 8 hours. Paracetamol injection, it is given by either intramuscular or IV route, and syrup, it is available in concentration of 125 milligram or 250 milligram per 5 ml. Acute paracetamol poisoning. Poisoning or toxicity with paracetamol is observed at the doses greater than 250 milligram per kg of a body weight. Actually, this paracetamol is the separated drug, well tolerated drug, but above the 250 milligram per kg, it having the chances of a paracetamol poisoning. And it is characterized by the symptoms like nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, liver become tender, and jaundice starts after 2 days, and which is finally leading to the hepatic failure and death may take place. Treatment. Unabsorbed poison is removed with help of a gastric lavage. With a suitable solution for this purpose, activated charcoal is preferred, and specific antidote is available in treatment of this paracetamol poisoning, that is N-acetylcysteine, which is given in a dose of 150 milligram per kg of a body weight by IV infusion. Next class from NSAID is a pyrazolone derivative, and drugs belonging to this class are phenylbutazone, oxyphenbutazone, and analgin. Amongst all these, phenylbutazone is a preferred drug. Oxyphenbutazone is a metabolite product of a phenylbutazone. These drugs, mostly phenylbutazone, is administered orally or parenterally. It is well absorbed on oral administration, extensively bound to plasma proteins, metabolized in liver, and converted into active metabolite, that is oxyphenbutazone, and finally excreted through the urine. Pharmacological action, it produces analgesic antipyretic action which are less as compared to the salicylate, means it is a less potent as compared to salicylate in case analgesic and antipyretic property, but it is a potent anti-inflammatory action. This phenylbutazone also exert uricosuriae effect, and hence it is useful in treatment of a gout. Adverse effect of this class, phenylbutazone shows epigastric distress like nausea, vomiting, GI irritation, which may produce the peptic ulceration, aplastic anemia, and granulocytosis. Therapeutic usage, due to its potent anti-inflammatory property, it is a preferred drug in rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is autoimmune disease, and this phenylbutazone also used in treatment of a gout. Gout is the near the joints, the tubercle-like structure is formed where uric acid is deposited in form of monosodium urate. Next class is indole acetic acid derivative. Drugs from this class are indomethacin and sulindac. These are indole acetic acid derivatives. It possesses analgesic effect, antipyretic effect, but less as compared to salicylate, but potent anti-inflammatory effect. This indomethacin is rapidly absorbed on oral administration, metabolized by the liver, and finally excreted by the kidney as a glucuronide form. Due to the GI irritation, it is generally administered after the meal. Adverse effect. It shows the side effects like headache, giddiness, mental confusion, blurring of vision, depression, and sometimes psychosis disturbances. On GIT, it may produce nausea, vomiting, dyspepsia, diarrhea, and peptic ulceration. This indomethacin available in form of capsule, 25 milligram capsule are available in market, and its therapeutic dose is between 50 to 150 milligram per day by oral route. Due to the GI irritation, generally these drugs are given after the meal. Therapeutic uses in treatment of a gout and in treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. Next class from NSAID category is the propionic acid derivative, and drugs available from this class are ibuprofen, naproxen, phenoprofen, ketoprofen, flurbiprofen, etc. These drugs are strong analgesic, antipyretic, and anti-inflammatory actions. These drugs are highly bound to plasma protein, and like aspirin can displaces uh, antiepileptic drug like phenytoin, sulfonylurea, warfarin. Means it having similar drug interaction as like a aspirin. Adverse reactions or effects. It having mainly adverse effect on gastrointestinal system, that is GI disturbances like epigastric pain, nausea, sensation of fullness of stomach, heartburn and diarrhea. Therapeutic uses used in treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, etc. And preparation and dose, ibuprofen available in form of, most preferred drug from this category is ibuprofen, which is available in form of tablet 400 milligram and 800 milligram. Therapeutic dose is the 400 milligram 2 times in a day by oral route. Next class, oxycam derivative. Example from this class, piroxicam. Famous brand is the Pyrox. One another example is tinoxicam, meloxicam, lornoxicam, etc. Most preferred drug from this category is piroxicam. It having the analgesic, antipyretic and anti-inflammatory action similar like aspirin. But advantage over the aspirin, it having similar actions like aspirin but superior in case that it's a single dose is sufficient. It can be administered once in a day due to its prolonged duration of action. It adverse effects is commonly causes GI and CNS disturbances. GI disturbances like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, etc. Therapeutic uses used to treat rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, osteoarthritis, and used in treatment of gout. As it is a potent drug, it is given in a dose of 20 milligram OD orally or biparenterally in form of intramuscular injection. Next class is anthranilic acid derivative. Preferred drug from this class is the mefenamic acid. This mefenamic acid is useful in relieving chronic and dull aching pains. It is as compared to the aspirin, it is weak analgesic, weak antipyretic. Adverse effect associated with mefenamic acid is GIT, upset, diarrhea, dizziness, headache, hemolytic anemia, and blood dyscrasis. It is less potent. It is available in dose or form of a tablet given 500 milligram 2 times or 3 times in a day orally, and it is preferred in treatment of a dysmenorrhea. Then dysmenorrhea means nothing but painful menstruation. So it is given in during menstruation to relieve the pain and used as analgesic to relieve the mild to moderate type of a pain. Rheumatoid arthritis. As we have discussed earlier, NSAID is mostly preferred in inflammation, particularly in treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. So what is the rheumatoid arthritis? Rheumatoid arthritis is also called as rheumatism. This rheumatoid arthritis or rheumatism is an autoimmune disorder. Means self-generated, self-immunity generated disorder in which antibodies are generated against the synovial membrane and hyaline cartilage of joint. These antibodies get attack on synovial membrane and hyaline cartilage of joint and causes the damage or breakdown. These rheumatoid arthritis are characterized by symptoms in pain in joints get swollen, stiffness, and immobility. That is a restriction in the locomotion. Drug therapy preferred in treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. Anti-rheumatic drugs are classified as anti-inflammatory drugs like NSAIDs, which we have discussed earlier, like diclofenac, nimesulide, piroxicam, and coxibs like valdecoxib, rofecoxib, etc. Steroids, corticosteroids like prednisolone is also given in treatment of rheumatic arthritis. And drug which modulate our immune system, that is immunomodulatory drugs. Example, gold compounds like auronopin, hydroxychloroquine. And supportive treatment is given in form of glucosamine and penicillamine. Hope you have understood the pharmacology of the individual non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Thank you. Thank you for patience listening.